So, is the crypto market about to start a bull run soon? That's what we're going to talk about in this video. I've got some content I want to share with you that gives insight and that there is a possibility of that. And it is keying around Bitcoin. But I also want to talk about Ethereum. So that's what we're going to talk about in this particular video. So let's get into it. And as always, I appreciate you and thank you for stopping by and giving me some of your time. Okay, so Bitcoin up. Three indicators that confirm a crypto bull run soon. And I actually want to know your opinion. So please drop in your opinion below and let me know your thoughts. Do you think we're about to start a bull run? So the first factor that they're looking at is the fact that Bitcoin is heavily oversold as of right now, this moment. Okay. So right here, the fact that Bitcoin is oversold in recent weeks, one indicator of this is the RSI, the Relative Strength Index, which recently fell to its lowest level since March of 2020. This indicates that Bitcoin has been heavily sold relative to its fundamentals. Moreover, another indicator of this is the so-called, and say this really quick, entity adjusted dormancy flow, because I know you were thinking about that too. You're like, hey, Austin, isn't this the entity adjusted dormancy flow thing? I was. I mean, yeah, it's what I woke up. I was telling my wife just about that. Hey, Austin, honey, it's the entity adjusted dormancy flow. Anyway, I'm kidding, but say that really quick. Okay, which indicates a relationship between market capitalization and the behavior of spending on the blockchain. Okay. According to this reading, Bitcoin is as oversold as only 3 times before and could soon turn into a bull market again. Now, a lot of analysis around Bitcoin always looks back to the past. And that's fine. That's cool. I mean, that's a very valid thing. And so what they're really saying is that 3 times before, when it was really oversold like this, it was a precursor to a pretty significant bull run. That's really what that is saying. Okay. What do you think? Drop in the comments below. All right. So we've got another scenario here. Bitcoin holders are still buying. Yes. Okay. So since November, we have seen multiple price crashes and overall bearish trend in Bitcoin price. According to the data, these sales were very strongly driven by so-called marginal macro sellers. In the financial world, these tend to be short-term traders who primarily react to external macro events. This new virus variant, looming interest rate hikes were such events that led to massive selling. But there was also Bitcoin accumulation phases that set the price for price advances and ultimately led to longer term investors continuing to hold and adding to their position. So they're basically saying, hey, the short term people, they're there and they kind of they reacted to these scenarios, some of these market conditions that we had, but the long-term Bitcoin holders have, number one, held, and number two, have added to their position. Drop in the comments below. Do you think that this is relevant? What's your thoughts on this? And then thirdly, on this scenario, are we about to begin a bull run as it relates to kind of looking at Bitcoin as a kind of an indicator? Is Bitcoin to 40,000? Okay, we've got to get Bitcoin price up over 40,000 to kind of break that, let me go right here to break that kind of that resistance level. Sorry, I couldn't get that in my brain. Okay, so right here, right now, we're at 37,659, but you can see in the last 24 hours, we have touched 38,224. All right, now the overall market itself is up 4.7%. Now, interestingly enough, Ethereum is outpacing dramatically Bitcoin. In fact, look at the last 7 days, 16.8 and 0.9. Okay. Obviously, I hold both Bitcoin and Ethereum pretty significantly. They make up the bulk, 60-70% of my overall portfolio. But I am loving this, that Ethereum is doing its thing. Are we in the middle of a decoupling scenario? There's that decoupling word of Ethereum versus Bitcoin. I don't really necessarily see that, but it has been interesting to watch Ethereum doing its own thing, and in the last 7 days, dramatically outpacing Bitcoin in that capacity. So let's wrap up with this. What are your thoughts? Do you think that the market is about to go up with some of this Bitcoin information that I've given you? It's oversold. We got holders, long-term holders of Bitcoin holding and even adding to their position. We've also got something that we just mentioned, Ethereum doing its own thing, kind of breaking out. We got to get Ethereum back over that 3,000 mark. So what do you think? Do you think that we are in the process of maybe beginning another bull run. Um, with everything set around that as a baseline, we have to get some overall market strength moving forward. And I'm really talking about market strength moving forward in this number, in the four. And I thought, sorry, I thought I was still showing my screen. I'm not. I meant show you guys. Let me show you this. What I'm talking about. We got to get movement in this number. One in a multi-day, day after day green scenario where the market is rising. That's really what we need to kind of bring some consumer confidence back. Now we've got outside conditions that are still there. We still got the threat of, of government regulation here in the United States looming. We've still got, the Federal Reserve is going to do their thing this year, raising interest rates, things like that. So there's still a lot of uncertainty in the overall markets. The key is going to be whether or not the overall crypto market can separate itself a little bit, and consumer retail confidence, institutional confidence come back into the market, get us back over a $2 trillion market cap for the overall crypto market and move us forward. Want to know your thoughts below. As always, I appreciate you. Thank you for your support. I'll see you later. Take it easy. Go make some money. Bye.